Welcome to a special edition of Pop It. I think maybe we'll call it the vintage special. I don't know.
Wait
We'll see
a
how we
minute.
feel about it.
How about all that?
My three guests were like, no. Stop it. Well, what that means is these are not topics that are necessarily about anything in the news lately per se, but just some old school topics. We're bringing it back. We're throwing it back with some interesting this or that and some of that. So how it works for those who have watched Pop It before, it's the same. We have 3 contestants. They get 30 seconds to state their opinion, no more, no less. Well, less if you choose. And I will give points arbitrarily if I agree, if you said something funny, if you said something interesting. We'll see. We'll see how my points go. So let's kick it off with our first topic for our Throwback special. Bradley Cooper is in line to play Barry in the upcoming Bee Gees biopic. How do we feel about that? Let's start with Anne.
Okay, so Star is Born, loved him in that, was horrified that he was going to be in it because I thought, who is he? Why is he qualified to be in Star is Born? I think it sounds amazing. I was so impressed with his singing. Who knew he could sing? I don't think he knew he could sing. I think he could pull it off, and I think Barry approves. And if he has Barry's blessing, he has my blessing. That's my take.
Ooh, with 10 seconds left over, sharp to the point, love it. Carrie, let's go to you on this. Bee Gees with Bradley, what do we think?
Okay, first of all, it's making me nervous that Anne has a pen because it seems like she's taking notes. Number 2, I am not a fan of Bradley Cooper. I think I'm the only woman in the world who is not a fan of Bradley Cooper, and I love Barry Gibb, and so I'm going to say no. But if I'm with Anne, though, if Barry gives his blessing, I will also give my blessing. I will defer to Barry, but for me, no.
All right.
No.
Tina, close us off with your Bee Gees Bradley Cooper take.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I do love the Bee Gees. I love all things Bee Gees. And so I have 2 thoughts on this. My first one is, I mean, he just did that movie that he played a singer. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, is that like weird? Are you like typecasting yourself? So I think it's kind of weird to me that he would choose to do that so soon after doing A Star is Born. And then my other thing is thumbs down. I'd rather see somebody that is less well known take on that role, kind of like the Elton John and the Freddie Mercury thing, where it's like you kind of know them, but they're not
your time.
big of a name.
Oh,
That's your time. But hey, using your full time as you should. I gotta say too, it's interesting to think about. I mean, we'll see how he pulls it off. He's a great actor. Definitely more challenging than The Hangover. That's for sure for him.
Yeah.
All right, our second question. Van Halen, who's the better lead? Was it David Lee Roth or was it Sammy Hagar? Tina, we're cutting right back to you on this.
Oh, coming back to me. I can't wait to hear Carrie's take on this. So here's my thing, right? So I am not the Van Halen fan that Carrie is, or the Van Hagar fan that Carrie isn't. But my point is that they're 2 different bands. Like when you have personalities that are that big, the band changes with that personality. So I feel like it's not an apples to apples comparison. It's a musical choice, and I like songs from either band. So I'm good either way.
All right. Carrie, it looks like we want to hear your opinion on this. What do we think?
Okay, I'm actually, no. David Lee Roth, he was a screamer. I didn't like him. Loved Sammy Hagar. Loved him. So I am more Van Hagar than Van Halen. And besides that, Sammy had way cooler hair. I'm sorry, he's so cool. I love Sammy Hagar. Like I would leave Al for Sammy Hagar.
That could be a whole episode. Who would you leave?
Oh, Mary Shad Kill.
Don't even go there.
Yeah, there you go. A Mary Shad Kill episode.
Oh, Lord. All right, Anne. Yeah, close us out.
Okay, I just want to disclose, I was not taking notes. I was doing my Sudoku puzzle.
Okay.
Oh, come on. So bored over there.
Technical difficulties. Okay, here we go. Sammy Hagar, hands down. Yeah, I like Jump. Yeah, I like, and Tina's point is valid. There's 2 different bands, but I like the grittiness and the rockerness of Sammy Hagar. David Lee Roth for me, a little too flamboyant for me, a little too goofy for me, a little too, I don't even know what I want to say about that. Sammy Hagar, hands down. What I have certain songs, when I hit the road, I have to watch. I don't get a speeding ticket. That's what dreams are made of. Will always do that to me. I have to watch. Oh my God, I'm going 90. I'm going 90. I'm flying. Yeah, right. That's it.
Oh, you got timed out that
You got
time.
timed out. Yeah. Hey, but using your time, it's great.
Yeah.
All right. Third question. If you could bring back one store for an 80s mall, what would it be? And back to you.
This is hilarious because I have to think of the psychology of this. Part of me is like, Orange Julius is still there, but I do associate Orange Julius with an 80s mall, but it's still at some mall, so I can't cut that in. Then I'm thinking, this is probably going way back, and you already called me vintage. It's probably because of my sagging neck. But I think the Woolworths at the Richmond Mall, the Woolworths getting like that frozen Coke at the Woolworths. I love that. But then I was thinking, I've never been there, never did it. But to me, the epitome of an 80s mall is glamour shots. It's glamour shots. All the people who go get the glamour shots, the big hair. And then I remember I don't remember.
That's your time. That's your time. I was worried you weren't even going to get to your number one pick there for a second. I was like, she is taking a memory lane trip.
It is fast. 30 seconds is fast.
Carrie, your 80s mall. What is the dream store?
Okay, it's not a dream store, but I was thinking 80s. Which one was totally 80s? Chess King. You had your AC Slayer pants. No? Am I wrong? I think it's totally there.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. And just so everyone knows, and I'm going to slam on Al for one more second, because Al, when we first got together, I had to pull a Little Prince bolero jacket out of his closet from Chess King. It was purple. It had the brooch and everything. Chess King.
That's awesome. Tina, your 80s mall. What is in the 80s mall?
You know, it's so funny because I also, Chess King came to mind for me, and like Deb, because like who had more disposable clothes than Deb, like, right? But I think for me, it would have to be merry-go-round because there was men's clothes there was women's clothes there. It was like, you know, Z Cavaricci's and Levi's. I don't know. Bring me back some merry-go-round.
Z Cavaricci.
Those were the AC Slayer pants.
Hey, did you wear those when you got your glamour shot?
I have glamour shots. I didn't do it, Ann. I'm sorry.
Me neither.
Oh my God. All right. So this is a this or that question. Heather Locklear as Amanda Woodward on Melrose Place, or Shannen Doherty as Brenda Walsh on 90210. Tina, who are you picking?
I am Amanda, 100%. Heather Locklear as Amanda. Listen, I did not watch 90210. That was not my show. But Melrose Place, Melrose Place was my jam. So yeah, I would take Amanda in her little power suits and, you know, sleeping with everybody in the apartment building any day over whatever that high school 90210 garbage was.
Carrie, we didn't hear that, Carrie. We didn't hear that.
Okay, yeah, I need to go.
Oh yeah, you're
Can
next.
I go next,
yeah,
Matt?
Yeah, Carrie, take it away.
Okay, I can't believe I'm friends with Tina right now because she's totally dissing on 90210. Oh my God, totally Brenda on 90210. You had your Brenda Dillon, you had Brenda's drama, whining. Oh, it was the best. Tina, come on. Tina. All right, Amanda. The Amanda character had better hair. I will say that, but no.
And better clothes.
Oh my God. It looks like hair is very important to you. I totally get it. And close us out. Heather or Brenda?
Never know it.
All right. So I'm with Carrie on the Tina Carrie, we would pregame with 90210 Melrose Place. That was our pregame, right? Mm-hmm. So fan of both shows back in the day. But I do have to go Amanda with this because if it weren't for Heather Locklear, that show would have tanked. They brought in the big guns. They said this show is going away. We need the big guns, and they went with our Knots Landing, right? Wasn't she formerly Knots Landing?
I don't know.
No, I think
one of those. I didn't watch it, but she was on some other, and she saved the show. She saved the show.
And closing out our last topic, another this or that. Is it the denim jacket or is it the hoop earrings? What are we going with? And you go back. What do we think?
Okay, so honestly, I visualize Carrie Elliott with both of those right now. I can picture it. You know, got the ballet flats to pull the whole thing together. And I was thinking about this. I'm like, gosh, really, which was it? Now I need the ballet flats and I need the snap leotard, even though I wasn't a dancer, to stay in the jeans, tucked real nice. So, but I think I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go with the denim jacket. I still have my denim jacket from like the 80s and 90s.
Wow.
So it's
And that's your
it's a little
time.
beat up. Yeah.
That's your time. Beautiful. Carrie, denim jacket, hoop earring. What do you pick?
Okay, I was just cleaning my attic out today. I found 2 denim jackets from the 80s, but I gotta go with the hoop earrings. I'm sorry, classic Tina. I just saw you in them the other day. See, 80s carries over. It's gotta be, hoop earrings all the way, all the way. I can still remember my hoop earrings. Oh my God.
Carrie, I still remember your hoop earrings.
I know.
I don't think you went out without them.
Didn't I love them?
Yeah.
Oh, they were good. Beverly Hills 90210 hoop earrings right after.
Tina, close us out. What are we taking? Denim jacket, hoop earring.
Okay, so this is an interesting one because you're making me make a choice, right? But really, I do still own my denim jacket, just like you guys. Like we all still own the same freaking one from the 80s that I wore all the time. But I am team hoops.
Whoa! There they are.
Because I wear them every day. It literally is my wardrobe staple. Hoops every day, all day, every day. Hoops. I am
Oh
team
my God.
100.
Hoops, there they are. Right there they are.
You definitely got some extra points on the reveal. On the
That reveal
They're
was.
back with the reveal.
Oh.
All right. So those were our 5 topics on our throwback
Wait,
edition.
Can I disclose that I'm not competitive at all, and I'm not an ass kisser, but I did bring you into this world. So just saying that before you start.
Whatever. That has
Well,
no bearing on anything.
let's just say it was very close, and we have one person with 1 point ahead of the other 2. So we have a tie at second place.
What?
With then one person 1 point above the other 2. And I might get some hate for this. With both with 25 points, Carrie and Tina, and with 26.
What?
That's what the math came out to.
He did. He gave it to her for being his mom. What the
No.
She
She
was
got
totally biased.
heck? Totally biased. 100%.
She had consistent 5s and a 6. Tina, you did bring your score up at the end with that reveal that got you 7 at the end. And Carrie, the 80s mall, if that had just been a little spicier, you might have tied it with Amy.
Oh, shit.
You got a 4 points for your 80s mall comment. So that was
I thought I was no way when I saw that reveal with Tina's earrings. Oh my God.
Biggest
it
hoop
was
earrings I've ever seen.
that hoop earrings brought her way up.
Tina, I'm telling you, you're like Rosie Perez. I'm telling you, woo! You
Don't
gotta
you
go.
remember the ones I had back then? I had them, they sat on my shoulder. They were so big. It was like all the way down to my shoulder. So these are like smaller now.
Maybe you would have gotten more points if you had worn your shoulder earrings.
I don't know. I don't know if Matt would have known what to do.
I was always afraid they would get caught on something and like rip my ear. I don't know why.
One of my earrings fell down the elevator shaft at the Americanas when Nita and Ronnie lived there, and it is now at the bottom. It's a gold hoop earring. If anyone knows where it is, it's at the bottom of the elevator shaft
don't
in the
think
Americanas.
Now, Carrie, I don't think you want it back.
I was
No,
going to
not
say
now.
it's probably still there.
Oh.
Probably
Right,
is.
but it's at the bottom of the Americanas. I'm just
Ew.
gonna say,
Well,
You're right,
it was
Tina. I'll let it go.
It was a great game. We're gonna have to do this again with different questions in the future. So
Absolutely.
stay with your notes, get in your
I was
Sudoku
pitching
puzzles.
we could have our daughters compete. Our 3 daughters.
Mom and daughter tag team. That would be fun.
Yeah, like a mom and daughter tag team.
We
Yeah,
might
yeah.
need more questions. We could do like a nice
Yeah.
10-question set. We could
Yeah.
ooh, the extended edition.
the remix, the club
Absolutely.
remix. Well, thank you so much for joining, and we'll see you again on another Pop It.